आसा खागेंबा ताचो भाव आसलो शालुंबा. ह्या भावान ताच्या आड वचून म्हणटाले कित्याक द प्रिवियस किंग वॉज देर, हाचे पयलीं जो राजा आसलो राजा पामेबा आसतना, दॅट इज चराय रोंबा, ताच्यो जायत्यो बायलो आशिल्ल्यो आनी ताणें म्हणटाले कित्याक 1631 वर्सा इन 1631 when King Chongshen of Mingshan आनी आख्ख्या राज्याचें नांव कांगला राज म्हूण जाणो जाल्लें. इन 1891 ब्रिटिशांनी हे जे स्टॅच्यू घातलेले ऑफ कांगला, आरमोटो आसता पळय थंय ते 2 स्टॅच्यू आसलेले. जेन्ना म्यानमार परतून आनी ताका राज in the year 1709.
Government must go. I don't think there is a situation where a government in place which cannot handle a warlike situation has business to be there. The government had invoked Article 355 long back, but the government of Manipur is still in power there. The second aspect of the matter is, what is the solution? Now, Muge Bashin, the government will have to strike at the root of the matter. What is the issue there? Amko Hobaraha, that it is a dispute between Kukis and Metis now. Kukis and Metis, Nagas and Kukis, Metis and Kukis have been fighting for almost decades now, at least 4 to 5 decades they have been fighting. And what is the issue? The issue is finding a homeland. The issue is land is in short supply. Exactly the problem that we have in Goa. Land is in short supply. 53% of the Metis get or control about 10% of the land, while 43% Kukis, Nagas get the hills, but the hills are not developed. The Metis are advanced people. They are politically well connected. They control the government. The Metis who have the land do not have control on the resources. So it is a fight for land. The second issue there is fight for land, and the second issue is, which nobody is talking about, or rather people feel shy of talking about that issue. The issue is what we call Myanmari refugees. In India we call them illegal migrants because we don't accept that there are refugees in India. Now these Myanmari refugees are closely connected with the Metis, with the Kukis. There are something like 900 new villages that have come about in the hills, and there is a fear among Metis that they will lose control one day of the land and the state which they are holding. So the Metis want control over land. Metis want control, their control to remain on the government. The Metis want control on the services, and that is why they want reservations. Now, how can an advanced section get reservation?
Hundreds of cases, I think so, because whenever there is a problem, there is a problem from Manipur, and Makadista, I think a message going to Manipur, to the government of Manipur. until all women and children are safe in Manipur. Thank you. Question for which I had no answers. When are we going to school? And what I remember seeing, specifically many schools, but one school, 3-storied building, which was once holding 1,500 students, the entire school was smashed. Then they smashed the school. Itko sarko churo kelo the schoolatlo of that school that I don't think that school will be able to be rebuilt. So the message of the people who are wanting to destroy was very clear. Empty slogans of the Prime Minister will not assuage the pain that was feeling. Beti bachao, beti padhao. Soklani aikola. Beti dorite bachao na, ani beti padhao na tu korpak ami paro na, because all the children in the camps are there waiting to go to school. With a destruction of a school, amka kon sangta tinga, oh, we simply smashed the school, because in one school which was smashed by the Methi community, more than 70% of the children were Methi children. But at that time the hatred was so much. Then the school is being run by the cookies. I mean, they are and then now the children are facing a bleak future. So the situation is bad. As of today, also we heard there was looting of arms, so rifles, all kinds of light machine guns. They were stolen from the police armory. Can anybody believe this? And I think so. I will only end by saying that if the government, we do not know what is happening in Manipur. We did not know that there was rape. Because we saw the viral video. Then there is something very, very wrong with the administration. I won't say that the government has to go. I'm saying if you cannot save your woman, you have no right to govern. If this government is coming with the view ki zogdi zali, पण इतकी सारखी झाली आम्ही त्यांना बंद करू शकणार नाही. You've got the police force, you've got the army, you've got the Assam Rifles. इतके सारखे police असताना जोगडी within one state, if you cannot control, there is something very, very wrong with the government. And I am wondering then, did this happen or was it allowed to be happen? I do not know, I do not want to comment. My issue is only that government the normal course of action for me as an advocate, somebody is talking of annihilation, somebody is talking of finishing a particular community, it is called hate speech. If somebody has, after they looted, they burn, and after they burn, they smash. So like, as I was trying to tell you, they wanted to not leave anything like church, ask them on so if the government is throwing his hands up and saying we could not stop this, it doesn't over very well with the government. Because the government can stop any fight, however big, because they have the full police machinery behind them. But if the government does not want to stop and is continuing this kind of violence, because some of the photographs which we saw, I don't think anybody will get sleep at night if you watch those videos. There is a big point there. Call it the savagery, the barbarism, the inhumanity. Monisford Naslele Kore, Lokan Tinga, it's not just killed, but they were said, putting swords, cutting them up, cutting their heads, all such picture of all it is a their question was, what is our future? I spoke to one college girl from the University of Manipur, and she told me that एक कुछ question आने की मुझे सगळे document right from the time I passed SSC till college were in the hostel and the hostel is burned. आता किती मुझो फुडार? Where can I go for a job? They will ask me my documentation आणि एक लेखून मुझेकडून certificate ना दाखवपाक की बाबा I am a graduate. Just like this, kitki doctors we met, nurses we met, people we met who are looking at a blank future. Only sarki परिस्थिती आहात. And what I found was that तुम्ही जाणा ती viral video सगळी म्हणतात पळय. Everyone has seen that video, which was shocking because you can see की एक बायलेक नागडे उडे करून तिजो मागे लास्टाक बलात्कार केलो. And the police did not do the basic necessity of lodging an FIR. त्या प्रकारांनी Supreme Courtची order. Where is the lower judiciary sleeping? Lower court aha, sessions court aha, high court aha, Manipuran. All this judiciary collapsed, Munashekar. That it needed Supreme Court to intervene to register a small thing like an FIR. What was sad to see in their eyes की त्यांचा एकूच क्वेश्चन विचारतले आमकां घरा वचूंक वी वॉन्ट टू गो होम. पूण वेर इज द होम? होमूच नासा जाल्यार देर इज नो होम टू गो टू. सो ऑलरेडी फ्रॉम 3rd of July they were there आनी कितके म्हयने तिंगा आसतली बीग क्वेश्चन मार्क. जोरी तोर आमी लेगून तांकां आन्सर दिवंक शकनाशिल्ली. वेन आर वी गोईंग होम? वन देर इज नो होम, घरूच ना वचपाक. पूण जोरी तोर घर बांदले लेगून बांदून दिले लेगून जाल्यार which is something we were even considering on behalf of our organization. पोतून ते सेफ जातली काय? Will they be able to have a safe life in the future? We had no answer. What was woefully lacking, the camp one म्हणतात तरी तुम्ही, rice was there, dal was there. Women have given birth in the camps. Young babies, तांकां उदक जाय. There was no sufficient water. तांकां toilets जाय. For 1,000 people, 8 toilets. Is that enough? जोडो पावून आसलो. Children are asking for Cerelac. I felt so bad that just taking few packs of sanitary napkins, which we take for granted, आमची हिंगा सगळं खंयच्या शॉपारूच मेवता. But the shops were closed, the pharmacies are closed, the hospitals are closed. So women giving birth who require extra nutrition, who require baby food, all of this which is such a basic was not available. Island Vidya, just to tell you कि जेन्ना खंयची झूज जाता, व्हडली झूज जावन between countries, ही की यू आर नॉट अलोन. जरी तो थिंगा तुमकां दूख भोगता, आमकांय दूख भोगता. आणि ह्याच कारणान स्ट्रीट प्रोविडन्स ह्या संघटनेचे वतीन म्हाका एक चान्स मेळ्ळो टू गो टू मणिपूर इन द मंथ ऑफ जुलाय. कित्याक तुमी जाणा आसतली that because of the shutting down of internet थिंगा मेळना. सो आमकां रिपोर्ट्स लेखून हांगा गोंयांत सारके मेळना आसले. इज इट ट्रू की कितके सारके इगोर्ज लासून उडयल्यात? इज इट ट्रू की गांवांनी 80 to 100 villages म्हणटात आर जस्ट बर्न आणि लोक सारके स्टेइंग इन रिलीफ कॅम्प्स? आता जरी तो unless you go there, actually situation you will not know. जाणा तुमची फॅमिली देखून माझी भिरांत आसली. नो इंटरनेट, nobody knows the situation. इतके सारखे पयस हांव केन्ना वचोंक नासली. But I decided I must go. And I was happy I went. कित्याक आमकां तरी first hand actually speaking to the people more so बायलांक आनी भुरग्यां खातीर उलोवन आमकां एक first hand information of what is the situation in Manipur. And कितलेच तरी हांवें स्टडी केली. I studied, I understood, tried to understand at least the complex situation of Manipur. पूण जरी तो तूं actually तुज्या दोळ्यांनी पळयलें, you get a completely different experience.
Being done like this, Christian is being done like no. They have nothing, believe me. The people who inflict the injuries, either on the cookies or on the metes, are somebody else who had a sinister design to disturb peace, to do away with harmony, maybe for a political reason or whatever the reason may be. Right? But the people who are suffering, they need the sympathy of all of us. And I request all of you to pray. I'm so happy, I don't know how many of you must have known Manipur and heard about Manipur properly. Many of the young people, when I go once in a while to talk in one college or school or something like that, people say, "Sir, is Manipur in Nagaland?" So that is the ignorance of us here in Goa and in many other places about the northeast region. But the thing is, maybe God has given us an opportunity to understand them, and also to know, to give us an opportunity to also understand about the place, about the people, the suffering. Finally, let me once again conclude by saying that our prayers, our call for peace should be for humanity, for all the suffering people in Manipur, irrespective of whether they are Hindus or Muslims. Thank you very much. In my experience, that all over, not only in my state, Manipur, but elsewhere also, having worked as an intelligence officer, I have seen, in a situation like this, these are the same voices, the human, the indomitable human spirit of men, which, what should I say, the peace lovers. Maybe they are few in number, but they prevail. The only thing is, their voices, the way they think, the way they care for other human beings, in order to make those kind of thinking triumph, to make that kind of thinking prevail, there has to be an administration who looks after the law and order, which unfortunately today we don't have. So, since we have very less time and more number of speakers, these are some of the stories that I wanted to tell you. And I wanted to tell you also today, if you go to Manipur, now what happened? Earlier we were talking about how it happened, who was killed, how many people were attacked, and so on and so forth. Today we are not talking about that. Today it's a war. Just imagine. Suppose if there is a boundary here, there is a boundary, this side is Kuki, this side are Meteis. In between is the buffer where security forces are actually looking after. In other words, in Manipur, between the Metis and the Kuki jurisdiction. You know, the line of control or the line of actual control that we had with regards to India and Pakistan or India and China is being created. So it's like a war, it's in fact a war. And there's free for all, everybody, because the administration simply is not able to handle it. And why I'm referring to this one is that in my first incident, which I said,
Subscribe Prudent social media channel and press bell icon for latest notifications.